Hey, Braves fans, and welcome all baseball fans. Today, I'm going to be making 10 bold predictions for the Atlanta Braves season. Here we go. All right, so technically, there's going to be 11, plus there's a bonus one at the end. But once I made my list and I realized this wasn't on there, I had to add it as number 11. So let's start with that. First bold prediction: Ozzie Albies finishes as a top 10 second baseman. I know. Can you believe that that might happen? No one at MLB can believe that. But I'm here to boldly predict Ozzie Albies will be a top 10 second baseman in 2024. All right, let's kick off the real top 10 list. There is one caveat. We're assuming good health for the entire season. So let's break it down. Number 10, Sean Murphy asserts himself as the best catcher in the MLB. Listen, the guy was unbelievable in the first half last year before the All-Star game. And whether it was just the Georgia heat that got to him, whatever happened, in that second half, he just cratered, right? His production just cratered down. But it's okay. We didn't need it. Our offense was so good without him, right? But he's had a full year in Atlanta, just like Matt Olson. What did Olson do in his second year? I'm expecting big things from Sean Murphy this year, and he will be the best catcher in the MLB, if not overall, because he may not get as many games played as like Real Muto or someone like that. But if you break down his numbers on a game-by-game basis, he will be the number one catcher in the MLB this year. Number 9, the Braves will break their franchise wins record this season. Look, the franchise win record is 106. They won 104 last year, and that was without Max Fried. Like I said at the beginning, one caveat: health. If Max Fried's healthy all year, if Spencer Strider's healthy all year, if Chris Sale is healthy all year, and that doesn't mean starting every fifth day, as everyone said, if he just makes 20 to 25 starts, and Charlie Morton is healthy all year, the Braves will set a new franchise record for wins. I'm going with 108. Bold prediction number 8. Spencer Strider will yet again break the record to the fastest to 200 Ks in a season. Look, he's done it in back-to-back years. Why not do it again? He's added a curveball this offseason. The dude is lights out. Why wouldn't he do it? Now, of course, he gets to a point where it's almost impossible to get to 200 Ks faster than he's already done it. But I think he's got a little bit of room left. And that's why this year, yet again, Spencer Strider will break the record to fastest to 200 Ks in a season. Bold prediction number 7. Austin Riley wins a Gold Glove. This would have been preposterous to even mention 3 years ago. But Riley has taken it upon himself to become the best fielding third baseman possible. He works so hard. He has talked relentlessly about how much time and energy he has put into his fielding. And of course, having Ron Washington was a major part of that. And it'll be interesting to see how the Braves defense does this year without Wash. To me, that was the biggest blow of this offseason, was losing Wash and Eric Young over at first base. Loved both of those guys. But Austin Riley has stated his goal is to win a Gold Glove. And my prediction is he does that in 2024. Bold prediction number 6. Matt Olson finishes 3rd on the team in home runs. So Matt Olson set the Braves single-season home run record last year with 54 home runs over the course of the season. And it was a phenomenal year for Matt. Really, between that and the RBIs, his batting average, all of that, he just crushed it last year. Now, I still think he has a great year this year. I don't think he eclipses 50 home runs. And I think he finishes 3rd on the team in home runs, behind Acuna and Riley. I think both of them out-homer Matt Olson this year. Bold prediction number 5. Spencer Strider will have more than 300 strikeouts this season. That's right, you heard it here. And when you say it, it doesn't sound preposterous, yet last year, Strider set the Braves single season record with 287 strikeouts, breaking John Smoltz' record from back in the 90s. So no Brave has ever had a 300 strikeout season, ever. But if anybody can do it, it's Spencer Strider, and he does that in 2024. Bold prediction number 4. The Braves trade for a shortstop. Look, I'm a huge Orlando Arcia fan. And man, what he did in 2023 was amazing. But let's be honest, Alex Anthopoulos signed him to be a backup. That's what we're paying him. We're paying him to be a backup. Now, he's a huge bargain right now, paying him backup money, and he's our starter. And could he get the job done? He could get the job done. I just don't see him replicating his offensive success for the entire season this year. I think he'll have a stretch where he's a perfectly fine hitter. He does pretty good in clutch situations, which is always nice. But overall, last year he was right at league average. And this year, I just see him falling short of that. Now we've got Nacho Alvarez. He's on his way. And I'm really excited about him. But I think he needs a little bit more time. And for that reason, I think the Braves make a trade for a shortstop. I'm going to come out with a separate video detailing what options I think the Braves have at shortstop. And my prediction is a little on the crazy side, but I think it could work. So stay tuned for that. I'll be releasing that soon. Bold prediction number 3. Jared Kelenic goes deep in his first at-bat of the season. I don't know what my expectations are for Kelenic for the year. I think he could very easily hit 30 home runs. I also think he could very easily hit 10 home runs and hit 220. What I do expect is I expect very solid outfield defense, a great arm, and that's going to be awesome, right? Defense is going to be key. And we have so many other offensive contributors that if he does struggle, it's not going to kill the team like it would have if he was still in the Mariners. They needed him in that 3-4-5 role. There's a good chance he's going to be batting in the 9 hole on opening day for the Braves. Regardless, he's going to be in the bottom of the order. And I can almost guarantee you we're going to be facing Zach Wheeler. Kelenic does a really good job of hitting pitches above 95 miles an hour. Hitting in the bottom third of our order, I think he's going to get several fastballs. And my prediction is in his first at bat, he takes Zach Wheeler deep. Bold prediction number 2. This is a Michael Harris one. And my buddies that I'm in a text group with, they're going to give me heck for this. My bold prediction for Michael Harris is that he goes 35-35 this year, meaning he hits 35 bombs and steals 35 bases. Now, I've been talking with him about how I really think Michael Harris gets to the 30-30 club this year, and I really do think that. I don't think he has to do a lot different than what he has done to get to 30-30. There's going to be a couple things that are different. He's not going to be hitting in the 9 hole this year. I don't believe. He still could, and it would not be a bad thing. But I really think Snit's going to start moving him up in the lineup. And when he does that, I think he's going to start to add a little bit of lift to his swing. So previously, the last 2 years, he's been hitting in the 9 hole right in front of Acuna. And his job has been to get on base so that Acuna has someone on base to hit with, or to hit for and drive in. And then he's got Ozzie, Riley, those guys to drive him in on the backside. So his primary objective was to get on base. And I know he's not a big walk guy, right? But I think his swing, he was more so trying to just get on base and not necessarily drive the ball out of the park. I'm telling you, he has massive power. I've watched him take BP, and he easily puts them on top of the chop house at Truist Park. Easily. And then at the end of his BP session, he switches around to the right-hand side and hits a bomb from the right-hand side. The dude is mad powerful. That's why I think if he moves up in the lineup and he gets out of being right in front of Acuna and he changes the pitches he's looking for, a little bit in his swing profile, and he starts to add a little bit of lift, I think he easily hits 30 home runs this year. And then the speed's there. 30 stolen bases, he can do it. But again, my bold prediction, I'm not set on just 30-30. My bold prediction, he goes 35-35. Let's see what happens. And lastly, my number one bold prediction has to do with the man himself, Ronald Acuna Jr. In 2024, Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to go 60-60. 60 home runs, 60 stolen bases. You heard it here first. Now, I will admit, I am filming this on the day that all of the knee news came out. It's a little terrifying to be saying this, and Ronald is going on Monday to see the knee doctor about an issue that he's having in his knee. Again, I said at the beginning, there's one caveat, and it's health. Here's what I think. If there is an issue with the knee, I think at the beginning of the season, I think he's going to play through it. And at the beginning of the season, I don't think his power will suffer, but his stolen bases might. But he can uptick that when he needs to. And we saw that last year. There were spurts that he went on where he was just a stolen base madman. But what he lacked last year was the power. Now, a couple reasons I'm talking about 60-60. Acuna hit the ball harder than anyone else did last year. He scorched baseballs. He had twice as many barreled outs as anybody else in the league. A big part of that was he hit a ton of those balls on the ground or line drives right at people. And specifically at the beginning of the season, he had trouble lifting the ball. All of his hardest hits and highest exit velos, they were all on the ground or on a line. They were not in the air. It took him a while to start actually lifting the ball. Now, he's just so naturally talented that he was able to get to 40 home runs despite that. And towards the end of the season, he started to figure that out and get that lift going on. And if you watched him during winter ball, there was a lot of balls getting in the air. Now, granted, I know the pitching quality is not the same, but I think he figured out in his swing how to get the ball back in the air consistently. And if he did, and he continues to hit the ball as hard as he did last year, there's no reason he doesn't get to 60 home runs this year. And if he can get to 60 home runs, again, as long as the knee is okay, 60 stolen bases is nothing. He had over 70 last year. 60 is nothing. That is why this year, Ronald Acuna Jr. will set the standard with the 60 home run, 60 stolen base club. Oh, I cannot wait to be a part of that. All right, so those were my top 10 bold predictions. Some crazy stuff, I know. Everybody go ahead, make your receipts. So at the end of the season, you can come back to me and said, you said this was going to happen. I did, and I believe all of these. But are all of them going to happen? No chance. So we'll take a look at it at the end of the year, see how many I hit on, see how many I missed. It'll be fun. I'm excited. But I mentioned there's a bonus bold prediction at the end. Here's my bonus bold prediction. Going into this offseason, I still think with the way free agency has played out this year, I think there's a chance with Max Fried and the Braves figuring something out. I still think that there is. But here's what I have to say. If Max Fried walks this offseason, before opening day 2025, Ronald Acuna Jr. will have a brand new lifetime contract with the Atlanta Braves. That is my bonus bold prediction. He is loudly stating he wants to be a Brave for life. And Braves have a ton of money coming off the books next year. And I think that's when they take a look at how do we make this happen. And my bonus bold prediction is Ronald Acuna Jr. will be a Brave for life before the 2025 season. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Lots of fun stuff there. If you have bold predictions, I would love to hear some of them. Leave a comment down below, and maybe I'll do a video of comparing some of my bold predictions with some of your bold predictions. So I appreciate it. I am looking forward to this 2024 season, no matter what happens. Even if I go 0 for 10 on these bold predictions, it's going to be a fun year for the Atlanta Braves, and I'm excited to be along for the journey. Go Braves! We'll see you next time.